Good morning, everyone. I'm Judilyn Tenorio, and with my group mates, we will tackle about the transportation safety and economics. So the first we will discuss is about understanding transportation safety. So what will be the things that will come up to our mind if we talk about transportation safety? So unsa may need nato i-understand about transportation safety. So if we talk about safety, diha atong mahunahunaan ang mga laws nga ginabuhat para ma-smooth and safe ang flow sa atong transportation. Mga laws nga gina-implement. And also, atong behavior while we are driving, while we are traveling. And there are also factors na maka-affect sa transportation safety, which is the opposite one, mga aksidente, unsay causes sa mga accident nga kinahanglan nato i-tackle kay musulod man siya in understanding transportation safety. So transportation safety is linked to a variety of elements including roadway design, traffic law enforcement, road user behavior, and emergency response time. So kaganiha ato ang naisisgutan ang mga naka-links about transportation safety, and naate wala na mention also nga also part sa elements about transportation safety ang roadway design. So in transportation safety, there are factors that will affect its situation. So, na mga issues involved within the situation of transportation safety. And now, mga know na nato na kung unsa na sila. So, issues involved. Several issues are involved in transportation safety. These include the causes of transportation crashes or accidents. The factors involved in transportation crashes, an increasing rate of fatalities caused by transportation accidents. So, kini ang mga factors, mga issues na involved about transportation safety. So, now, I'm discussing about the causes of transportation crashes or accidents. So, if we talk about causes sa transportation accidents, daghan kay itang mahuna-hunaan, daghan kay itang ang pwedeng mga posibilidad nga cause about transportation. Pwede nato na matagsa-tagsa og discuss. So now, by category and some of the causes, ako na siyang i-discuss karon. So, causes of transportation accidents. So, traffic accidents occur for various reasons. While problems with roads or safety facilities lead to some accidents, the majority of traffic accidents are caused by drivers' failure to abide regulations, consider pedestrians, and acknowledge dangerous behaviors. So, mao na to akong niingon kaganiha. Now, we will tackle about the causes of transportation accidents. So, naarin mga na-highlight na atong itakal ron about the causes of transportation accidents, and one of these is unsafe road environments. So unsafe road environments refer to external factors uncontrollable by drivers, such as visibility impairment by darkness, slippery surface, insufficient safety facilities, inadequately repaired vehicles, pedestrians or other vehicles that suddenly get in the way. So, self-explanatory na kaayo. So, further discussion. So, these things are present unexpectedly depending on the situation we are experiencing in the moment while we are traveling or transporting. So, in order for us to elude the accident of this kind of situation, drivers must be alert, careful, and acquire safety driving while traveling. Kaya dili man nato good matag na ang panahon na kanus ang muulan, kanus ang maguba ang unsa ni kanang dalan kanus kuan kanang usahay malimtan nato pag paayo ato mga sakyanan, mga unsa tawag ana kanang iyang maintenance dili na tunon because of some kuan mga unexpected na mga lakaw. So ni ana ang ato adong mabuhat ra is to be alert, careful while driving, and safety driving. So the next causes of transportation accidents is insufficient driver knowledge. So traffic accidents are often caused by ignorance. Most driver knowledge is acquired through experience. This is why so many new circumstances lead to accidents. If you know what happens when you speed or suddenly stop under special circumstances, including rain, snow, or winding road, you would be careful not to speed or brake suddenly. So, knowledge in driving is a must to elude transportation accidents. So, most of the people who knew how to drive acquired their knowledge by experience. But drivers must acquire proper knowledge and its laws in transportation through driving lessons to know the do's and don'ts in driving. So, same sa ako based on experience sa jud ko nakabalo driving. And nakuha na ko akong card mao pay pagtungtong 18. So, wala ko na agi og driving lessons. Now, thankfully, karon gina-implement na ang driving lessons ay haning makuha ang imong license card. So, it's a good thing na implement na for the safety rasab sa tanan, and if you have knowledge manggod in transportation, maiwas jud ka sa aksidente kay kabalo naman kaon sa imong buhaton, especially in situations na mga unexpected kaayo. So niana malikay na nimo ang accident. So malikayan nimo ang mga posibleng mahitabo nga mga aksidente. So the next causes of transportation accidents is wrong driving habits. So many drivers tend to wrongly believe that their undesirable driving habits do not pose any danger just because they have yet to cause traffic accidents. This belief can reinforce such habits and thus leads to fatal accidents. So, tinuod kay ni, indeed. So, some of the drivers have their pride and raises the tension in the road that causes in making high speed. So, some of the drivers also tend to do their exhibitions of driving in wrong place na usahay ilang mabuhat in public roads nga dapat unta dili jud na may proper place para magduog exhibitions. Instead dira ila nang buhaton sa mga exhibition contest or unsa pa kaha nga kana if mahitabo na, there is a high possibility of accidents. Dili lang aksidente, fatal accidents pa jud. Okay? Naamang gud sa mindset sa tawo nga wala pa sila disgrasya, samot na wala pa na disgrasya sukad. Sus kana murag ilang lantaw sa ilang kuan maayo na sila mo drive, samot na if abot sa punto nga magpasikat sila kay they have this new model of kuan kana bitang sakyanan dayon. If na mga accessories, sus ila man ang ipa kana bitong ila man ipas fashion show dira sa kuan nga dapat makakita ang mga tao. So ni ana dili jud na siya dapat is a no jud unta na. And na ay mga traffic law ay mga enforcers sagaran mga police inana mabadlong na especially doing drug racing sa public roads. Karon wala na nahitabo kay murag ginabawal na siya kay dili jud siya maayo buhaton kay na high possibility nga mga cause accidents. So next one is the improper thinking. There are many types of improper thinking that lead to reckless driving. Such thinking includes believing that it is okay to violate traffic regulations as long as you do not cause accident, rushing to get to your destination even when you are not late, and regarding pedestrians on the road as obstacles. So, kada ni ana kuan kay ni kaning most of the drivers have this kind of trait. Kay okay ra maka-violate kay walay police, walay galantaw. Ang ilang hadlukan some of us gani mag-helmet kay naay dako. Dili wala na ang thinking nga mag-helmet para maiwas sa danger, para maiwas sa accident. Wala na ana ang ilang punto is mag-helmet kay naay police. Inana na mga mindsets sa most of the people nga dili unta siya jud maayo. And also anang mindset nga okay ra dili jud na siya dapat if you are a driver kay mao ganing gihimo ang mga laws nga para i-abide nato para smooth and safety ang ato ang transportation, ang ato ang flow sa traffic. Useless if dili na mo siya ma-implement, di ba? So in getting the license, so kana imo na siyang ma-learn in driving lessons and also in taking the test. So ara joy knowledge kang makuha if you are a licensed driver, if you have a licensed driver. And also kana nang thinking nga dili bitaw mo think that have enough time to you know to travel nga nagdali na nag-ana na. Then some of us also naghimo na kaya bitong racing nga mapasikat, especially nga naa kay kakuyog na kuan karon uso na kay na yun dili di malikayan na ana din nang hitabo nga mga accidents about it. So next is the failure to recognize danger. While there are some drivers who slow down upon recognizing potential danger of certain situations, others do not see any possible peril. These differences in danger recognition stem from experiences and in particular different standards. Drivers with a stronger desire to arrive at their destination as soon as possible are more likely to take risks. So nasa sa behavior sa isa ka driver nga kay lahi-lahi mo gud attitude ang tawo, di ba? So lahi-lahi sila pananaw. So there are some drivers na kanang ganahan dun sila sayo mo abot. Like mo na ilang habit, mo na ila ang kay inana sila mo drive, inana ilang padagan. So mo na ilang ipakita. Well, they are driving. Nya usahay mo take risk ba sila? Like dili na sila mo ay galikay sa kuan silbi ang danger na galikay sa ila because of that traits nga ila ang naan nila nga it's a no jud unta para bitaw ma-recognize nila ang danger along with their journey while they are traveling. So that's for it to all the causes of transportation accidents.
Factors involved in transportation crashes. While the causes of highway crashes are usually complex and involve several factors, they can be considered in four separate categories. First is human factors. Second is factors related to the mechanical condition of the vehicle. Third is the factors related to the geometric characteristics of the roadway. And last is the environmental factors. First, the human factors, which involves the driver or the operator in action. The major contributing causes of many traffic crashes is driver error. The human errors leading to highway crashes are related to the complex interaction of the driver's psychological and physiological conditions, the system design, and the existing environmental conditions. Next, the vehicle conditions. The mechanical condition of an automobile can be the cause of highway crashes. Faulty brakes in heavy trucks have caused crashes. Other vehicles condition include failure of the electrical system, worn tires, and the location of the vehicle's center of gravity. However, many vehicles manufacturers are now installing in-vehicle equipment that helps to reduce the potential of the vehicles being involved in crashes and or the severity of a crashes when the vehicle is involved in one. Next is the roadway condition. The condition and quality of the roadway, which includes the pavement shoulders, intersections, and the traffic control system, and can be a factor in a crash. Highways must be designed to provide adequate stopping sight distance at the design speed, or motorists will be unable to take the remedial action to avoid a crash. Guidelines in transportation safety and economics. Primacy. Signs should be placed based on the importance of the information contained in them. Avoid placing signs at locations where they are not necessary or essential. Spreading. In situations where the necessary information cannot be placed on one sign or several signs at a single location, the information should be given in portions along the road to reduce the information load. Next is coding. Several small pieces of information should be organized into larger groups. Use color and shape coding to accomplish this. For example, warning signs are yellow and regulatory signs are white. Also, stop signs are octagonal and yield signs are triangular. Next, or last is redundancy. Repeat the same information in different forms. For example, indicate a no passing zone by both pavement marking and signing. Last is the environment. The physical and climatic environment surrounding an automobile can be a factor in the occurrence of highway crashes. The most common environmental factor is weather.
Increasing rate of fatalities. Accidents happens anytime and anywhere, and road is one of the most common places where accidents happen. Among the highest contributor to the rising number of accidents are developing countries. Accident happens not only because there is a high number of different running vehicles, but also because there are people and animals crossing, buildings around, infrastructures within the roads and on the sidewalk, and more. According to the latest World Health Organization data published in 2020, road traffic accident deaths in the Philippines reached 13,017 or 1.93% of total deaths. The age-adjusted death rate is 13.42 per 100,000 of population. The Philippines rank as a 109 in the world in transportation accidents. In the Philippines, the Metro Manila Accident Reporting and Analysis System, or MARAS, recorded a total of 65,032 accidents in the country's main metropolitan area in 2020, resulting in the death of 337 people. And broken down, Metro Manila averaged 178 road crash incidents per day, with 50,230 cases resulting to damage to property and 14,465 resulting in non-fatal injuries. For the road safety, there are 4 E's. The 4 E's are to plan for and shape a safer transportation system. Agencies typically consider strategies from engineering, education, enforcement, and emergency medical services to improve safety outcomes. Engineering. Engineers play a critical role in identifying and recommending solutions to address safety performance of the transportation infrastructure. Some of their responsibilities may include managing and participating in the development and implementation of a statewide or regional road safety plan, collecting and managing crash data, analyzing crash data to identify safety issues and projects, utilizing analysis methods such as network screening and sharing the results, identifying safety projects and countermeasures, designing improvements, conducting before and after studies, managing roadway improvements, and coordinating safety issues with other statewide, regional, and local engineers. So engineers, it was their duty to for a transportation engineers plans, designs, construct, operate, and maintain transportation system. Some of their responsibility as a transportation engineers are identifying solutions for transportation problems, providing recommendations for traffic policies, and managing proper maintenance of the roadways, handling traffic flow to minimize congestions, preventing transportation accidents, facilitating efficient trade routes, and providing safe options for pedestrian traffic. Enforcement. Law enforcement personnel generally are responsible for collecting crash data, traffic law enforcement, behavioral safety campaigns, and sharing information with transportation professionals. In the event crash to do occur, law enforcement collect data for crash reports which provide details on the crash itself, such as the people and vehicles involved and the environmental circumstances. This information is critical to planners and engineers who use it to identify and address safety issues. Emergency medical services. This group includes first responders and paramedics, fire and rescue personnel, law enforcement, Department of Transportation personnel, and tow truck operators. Crash survival and injury severity are integrally linked to response time and the medical care received after a crash. Emergency medical services personnel are understanding of impediments to effect responsible and recovery can be critical. The last part of the is for safety is the education. Transportation systems users are not always aware of the risks associated with their behaviors. This community may include school teachers and administrators, hospitals and emergency medical services personnel, driver education instructors, health educators, advocacy groups, Department of Transportation Metropolitan Planning Organization, state highway safety officers, and others. Specific rules differ by agencies or group, but the main purpose is to administer, advocate for, and implement safety education programs for all road users.
Hello everyone. So sa mga naminaw o ganang buntag, good morning ninyo, o sa mga naglantaw ani sa gabi, good evening ninyo. So my topic is the continuation sa nag-report kanina. Ayun, our topic is transportation safety and economics. So we will discuss about strategic highway safety plans. So usama na yung strategic highway safety plan. So kita as kanang civil engineer pohon. So ana gina sa tuwang sa tuwang murag code na nato sa ato principle na nato nga kung mag-design ta og structure na gyud nang magpares ginaang economy og safety. So kung safety siya, dapat economical pod. Kung economical pod, dapat dili pod ma-sacrifice ang safety. So i-apply nato siya sa atong topic karon, which is highway. So sa highway, dapat ato siyang i-planong nato daan nga dili nato ma-sacrifice ang safety. So the safe, accountable, flexible, efficient transportation equity act legacy for users. So legislation of 2005, which authorized the 5-year Federal Surface Transportation Program for highways, highway safety, and transit, requires that each state develop a strategic highway safety plan. So, kuan dire naka-state dire nga dapat ang state or kung ato siyang kuan sa tuwa, i-relate sa tuwa bagang province or municipality, dapat mag-i-require dyan nato nga kada highway nga tong gamot i-consider nato ang safety. So, next slide. Procedure provide for an analyst to obtain more reliable results in conducting activities such as screening a number of sites for the reduction of crashes. So, what pasabot nga usa ta mag kanang design ato siyang ikuandaan. I-screening ato ang number of sites. So, kada site nga kanang kuan kuno kanang accident prone area, ato siyang screening. Ato siyang subayon dito kung sa yoy actual nga situation. Then step 2 is consider new or alternative geometric and operational characteristics in assessing safety impact. So pag masubay na nato dito, dapat i-consider nato ang mga geometric and operational characteristics like palitan kung ano kayo ang dalan kanang kung ano kay slope ra kay siya, munang daghan kayong madisgrasya kung magpaangat, di sila kaangat. So naay pwede na to siya usbo na to nga ato siya ipa liko gamay aron ma-reduce ato ang slope. Dayon kung napoy usahay kanang mabantay nato sa karsada nga pag kurbada na siya, wala siya wala super E. So wala siya ang super E niya kay wala na di siya mo meet sa speed nga ato ang gi-design. So, dapat mag-design tawag super E, design pa nato ang speed. So, na may kasagaran gud nga ang kurbada kay ang design speed na niya sa super E kay kuan ra kanang 80 kph. Kunya kay na may ibang mga rider nga gitawag na ron mga kamuti riders kuno ay nya mapukusog na kayo nya una hinungdan sa crashes. So, pwede ta magbutang niya na og kuan ba ka sign or warning sign ibutang nato nga 80 kph ra gyud ang maximum. So, mga example na to siya. So, dito sa next slide para makita nato ang kanang orag specific yun nga tali kung sa gining roadway safety management process. So, na makita to dire nga na network screening. So, ganina muna siya screening, yun diagnosis, select countermeasures, economic appraisal. So, economy mapali sa safety, prioritize projects, safety effectiveness evaluation. So dire kung natuning lang tawo nire nga diagram, dili kayo elaborate. So atong lang tawo nire ang actual gyud nga libro ani. Ang ang author ani nga libro is Lester A. Howell. So nakita to dire ang diagram. I-zoom gamay, muna siya diagram. Dayon utro na to ni iya ang dire. Etong basahon ng unsa ning network screening usa na siya. So dito sa taas na bit. So network screening. In this step, sites at which the potential for reducing average crash frequency exists are identified and ranked through a review of the transportation network. So sa akong giyon kanina lang naman ay babantayan mo ito na diha nga naman ay data kung asay sige daghang mo disgrasya. So ato din na siyang kuan na yun, record dito dayon atong kuan ba ka by frequency nga kanang kuano pila ka atong i-rank ato ba kung asay pinakadaghan nga na disgrasya na nga lugar. So muna siya network screening. Sunod is diagnosis. So in this step, crash patterns are determined through the collection and analysis of historic data and evaluation of site conditions. So atong i-determine diri ang kanang crash pattern. So unsa nga klase sa kanang disgrasya, kung kuan ba ka kanang one man ba ka kanang but pasabot kanang siya rin na disgrasya ba iyarang sala, or nabakay second party nga na siya enkwentro kay ang karsada blind curve kayo. So muna to ang i-evaluate. Makita to siya sa mga historic data kay namoy din mga record na kasagaran mga disgrasya. Sunod, evaluation of site condition. So ito pong lang taon dito kung basig ang dalan maong daghang mga disgrasya kay daot na pud ay yun kanang wala ba kay mga barrier nga na yun, wala kay mga signage or warning signs. So muna itong i-diagnose. Sunod is select countermeasures. So this step involves determining probable crash related factors at a site and selecting countermeasures that will be effective in reducing crash frequency. So kung atong diagnose, ato na siyang pangitaag lang countermeasure nga wala na kung dili wala ka nang maubos ang rate sa crash. So kung atong diagnose, ato ding pangitanog countermeasure. So padalitan ang kalsada dito daay kay ang hinungdan mo daghang disgrasya kay curve siya pero walay super elevation. So muna itong nabantayan. So ang countermeasure na atong gawan og super elevation. Kung dili dahang mo disgrasya kay libaong ang dalan, o di tapakan ang dalan. Yun. Dahang mo disgrasya kay tulid kayo ang dalan, dahang mo pagkusog, utangan og warning sign. Sunod is economic appraisal. So this step involves conducting an appropriate economic analysis to identify specific projects that are economically justifiable. So makita na itong countermeasures, ato sa dasang, di sa nato ito, itan, at yung ganina nga, libaong ang dalan, yun, na chance, pwede ni mo siyang, kung anon, kanang, ayuhon, para wala na madisgrasya kayo. Kunya, napamay economic appraisal, wala man tay pundo, pananitan, wala tay pundo. So, sa atong buhaton, makita taog, lain pamaagi nga, makatampo sa safety, pero, makuan pa nato ang economy. So pwede na to siya kay wala pa man tay budget ato sang imbes ilisan gyud ang kalsada, tapakan na sa ang mga bangag. So muna siya example sa economic appraisal. Sunod is prioritize projects. So in this step, the projects that are economically justifiable and at specific sites and across multiple sites are prioritized with respect to their potential for achieving safety objectives within the available budget. Prioritization factors may include low cost, mobility enhancement potential, or reduced negative environmental impact. So, daghan na kita, di ba? Pahita, dahan kitang nakitaan nga site nga mga dahang madisgrasya. Di, nakakuan na kuan, plano yun saon. Yun. Pabot ito sa economic appraisal, naroon po tayo pundo. Dayon, ang kuan na po nato yun, kung usa atong i-prioritize o human, kung sa atong unahon. So, atong basihan na is katong kanang kung sa ito yung pinakadaghan o crash rate. Kung sa ito yung pinakadaghan o crash rate, syempre, napoy chance nga, mo gito yung atong unahon o kanang trabaho or kanang repair. Dayon, napoy lang yung factors na. Maybe po ang factors may include low cost o panalitan, gamay pataog, gamay tag budget, di atong unahon to kator pong gamay og gamay tag magasto nga project. Sunod, mobility enhancement potential. So kung katong layo kayo nga dili ka abot atong mga ekwipo, di ka to mauna, atong mauna kato yung mga dool-dool. Sunod, reduce negative environmental impact. So basig kanang dalana, kung ayo na to na dana, daghang kitang maputol na kahoy. Kunya kay mangayo pa man butag permit na sa DNR nga na. So dili ba to na siya masugdan dayon. So dili siya ma-priority. So muna siya mga example sa prioritize projects. Next is safety effectiveness evaluation. So in this step, the selected countermeasures at a site or multiple sites are evaluated to determine how effective they are or would be in reducing annual crash frequency or severity. So before ta naka-design na ta og ganang plano og insaon nato na siya para ma-repair ba ng dalana para ma-reduce ang crash, dapat i-evaluate sa pula na siya daan. Dahan kitang i-consider ana niya para makuha gyud nato ang kuan kaning atong gitopic ganina, which is katong kaning roadway safety management process. So balik ta. There is the so safety effectiveness. So i-evaluate ato ang kuan gibugaton nga kaitan kanang kuano dalana ay kanang ato ang gigama nga plano nga para makaayo sa mga rider nga dili sila bangga sige, di sila madisgrasya. Ato lang i-evaluate katong mga site nga ato napilian. Ya, bitan daghang kitang site nga napilian nga dahang na disgrasya. Atong i-evaluate kung asay mas ato ba dakong impact ba. Pahitan kung kanang dalana o imo na ayohon gamay ang kanang iigo na gyapon makutan giayon nimo nya daghan na gyapon mo disgrasya ra pud ay. So dili siya impactful, wala siya gamit. So mo ginang ayon ginato og balanse kung kana ato ang plano nga himuon is kuan gyud effective ba gyud. So muna siya sa safety effectiveness evaluation. Sunod, figure gives muna siya schematic presentation. So this is the schematic. So in order to facilitate comprehension of the steps involved in a roadway safety management process, the definitions of several terms are provided in the HSM are as follows. So muna na yung mga kanuhay definition of terms. So crash, the occurrence or existence of a set of events leading to death, injury, or property damage as a result of a collision involving one or more motorized vehicles. So ang crash kuno is mga panghitabo nga mo'y hinungdan sa kamatayon, injury, or property damage nga agi nga resulta sa pagbangga or pagkatumba sa usa ka vehicle ra. Pili pod itan ikaw ra usa nakaligis kag iro. So one, yun more ta nagbangga mo kay pataka mo banking nga na nabangga mo di wala na crash mo. Sunod, crash frequency. So the number of crashes that takes place at a site, facility, or network during a period of 1 year and usually given as the number of crashes per year. So crash frequency is ang gidaghanon sa crashes nga nahitabo within 1 year. Muna ay crash frequency. Crash estimation is a process used to determine the expected crash frequency during a past or future period at an existing or new roadway. So wala pa nahitabo nga crash, i-estimate na daan nila kung pilay crash nga mahitabo. So kaning crash estimation magbase po na siya sa crash frequency. So palita ato naging tuig kay daghang na disgrasya dana. Pagka sunod tuig daghan na disgrasya. So sunod tuig na chance nga daghan na gyapon mo disgrasya. Muna siya crash estimation. Then crash rate. So crash rate, the number of crashes per specified exposure data. So rate ni siya. So for example, crash per million vehicles entering an intersection of or crashes per 100 million vehicle kilometer traveled along a segment of roadway. So crash rate. So explainable lang kayo, dali lang masabtan. So sunod, performance measure. A procedure or tool used to determine the potential for reducing frequency of crashes at a location. Safety performance function. A regression equation that adequately relates the number of crashes per unit of time and road length or intersection by severity with one or more independent variables such as average annual daily traffic for a given type of highway. Predictive method, a procedure or tool that is used to estimate average crash frequency. So, muna siya gamiton kung, di ba, ngayon na natay crash estimation. So, para makuha na ito ng crash estimation, mo gamiton na ito ng predictive method. Expected crash frequency. So, the long-term average crash frequency at a site, facility, or network over a period of years. So, kaning crash frequency kay 1 year man. So, ang expected crash frequency kay daghan na. I-estimate na nimo to dayon tong sa kuan pilay crash frequency niya pinaagi sa data nga nakuha nimo sa period of years nga crash frequency. Next is crash severity. So, the level of injury or property damage. So, kung unsa ka grabe ang hitabo sa crash. Sunod, equivalent property damage only. So, number of crashes in terms of property damage. So, mo po ni ang muna siya yung way sa pagsukod mo sa property damage. So, kung na yung hitabo ita, nagbangga mo, yan, wala ra mo na unsa, wala ra mo na kasama, wala ra mo na nga angol, pero ay yung motor nga, kung bago kayo kay na buak ng mga cover, o sumo ni siya, equivalent property damage. Pili po nga, kuan, nato na, drive to the kong truck, yun, pagliko mo sa kurbada, na short ka, nalapas ka, nabanggaan mo ang, kuan, tindahan na gamay, so mo po ni siya, pili po ni siya, pili to siya gamo example sa equivalent property damage. Next, crash evaluation. The process of determining the effectiveness of implementing a specific countermeasure. So, muna yung giyon ganina nga, i-evaluate na to ang bitan nanate project katong site nga taas og crash rate ato nang gikuan giayo na nato o gumawa na naayo na ato ni nang i-evaluate kung effective ba pud ang solution kung wala na ba pud nahitabo nga mga crash kaayo kung naa mo ginahitabo at least na lessen bitaw na gamay. Next is countermeasure. So, countermeasure, a strategy that is expected to decrease crash frequency. So, muna yung countermeasure nga, strategy nimo nga, ang crash frequency, alam mga sige ka-disgrasya na nga bangga dia, di, maususan pa nimo gamay. Next, regression to the mean. So, crash occurrence naturally fluctuates, often causing average crash frequencies over a short period to be either higher or lower than the mean over a long period. So, muna siya mean kay iba kung ano ni kanang pwede mo tamaga mag-table ani bitaw ay kanang data ba or curve. So, muna gamit sa regression to the mean. Ante, I think that's all lang yun. Nagbuo na gito kuan sa kuang report. Okay, ang next report is our understanding transportation economics. So, diri nga report kay kung ano po nila ang tackle nila ang economics. So, that's all. Thank you. Salamat sa pagpaminaw.
A pleasant morning to each and everyone, especially to you, Mom. My name is Joerhee Samaniego, a presenter about understanding transportation economics. So before I am going to start my discussion, let me first ask you about any idea of transportation economics. So you guys do have a brilliant idea about transportation economics. So transportation economics is moving whatever comes out of one location to the next location, or the movement of goods and persons from place to place in the various means by which such movement is accomplished. And economics means The study of scarcity and its implications for the use of resources, production of goods and services, growth of production, and welfare over time, and a great variety of other complex issues of vital concern to society. So as a whole, transportation economics is the study of allocation of transportation resources in order to meet the needs of a society. So, kani nga transportation economics kay kuan ka na permente dyan nato ni siya makita or permente na ito makasulog mo sa itong pangadawad-daw nga kinabuhi. Labi na nga kita, mga tao, even mga animals or any living and non-living things. Yeah. Kinay mga pangangailangan sa mga dadong kinabuhi. Oh. So, kani transportation economics is, since gigan man nga ang meaning sa economics kay ginastadihan nila ang unsa kalisod ang bawat lugar na ang Philippines. So, unsa pangangailangan sa mga tao located ato mga lugar ang nasa Philippines na. So, pinagi sa transportation economics, mapangitaan nila pumagi or makita nila kung unsa ang main nga panginahanglanon atong mga lugar. Just like for example, what happened sa Philippines atong time or bago lang atong pandemic, di ba? Na sila ginabuhat nga what we call ayuda. Kay aware sila nga that time, mao to pinahanglan kayo sa mga tao. Itong mga bugas, itong mga dilata, itong mga any goods, yeah. Ang kailangan kasi sa mga tao, tayo malabi na nga, dili sila makagawas-gawas kay limited lang makagawas. So, dako kaya ang tabang sa transportation economics, and dili lang dito nga part. Labi na nang tayo nga, mga bagyo since every year, every month, or almost every month yun. Yeah. Na siya bagyo nga mulabay sa Philippines. Or any sa ko na, mga lino, or sunog, mga nangahitabo na. And possibly pa may tabo, yeah. So, kaning transportation is mo ni ang makita kayo na to yung importansya ng mga tayman. Kay mo ni siya ang kuan ka na, pinaka-nakatabang kayo ang mga time sa sakuna kayo. Yeah, dali-dali man sila may identify kung asa pang maon itong mga pangangailangan sa mga tao nga natong lugar kung asa nila dool pwede makuha. Kailangan na itong mga tawhan na ani nga mga lugar o mga inana. Just like for example, kunyari na ay nanghitabo sa Visayas. So, aware na sila kung ano sila pwede makuha o mga goods or mga pwede i-provide or ihatag ani mga tawhan na nagka-problema diri nga sa Visayas. Kabalo na sila dapat mo dool or mo adto. Aron dali nga matransport or matadaan itong mga tawhana manaasab at mga lugar. So, mo na siyang gamit sa transportation economics. Since aware naman sila kung asa sila pwede makuha, asa sila pwede mo dool or isa pa. So, transportation economics has two branches, which is ang macroeconomics or microeconomics. So, first, macroeconomic sense. So, macroeconomic sense is that transportation activities form a portion of a nation's total economic product and play a role in building or strengthening a national or regional economy and has an influence in the development of land and other resources. So makita na to from the word nation's total economic product and play a role in building or strengthening a national or regional economy. So, sa meaning palandaan, makita na nato nga kaning macroeconomics, gikan man siya sa Greek word nga. Macro means large plus economics. So, dinagko nga area iya ang inahawilan. So, or regional or national inana. So, example niya is kanang mga taxes niya. Gikan sa mga parents o sa mga trabaho, ay sa mga katrabaho, mga O uban pa nga di ba nga mga taxes to mga parents or sa mga tao nga naghatag og mga taxes sa pagpalit sa mga product may nana kay mapunta man dyan na sa government, di ba? So ang government mo example sa macroeconomics, ang government may mag-decide kung saan nila itong kwarta. Kay itong mga kwarta man is para makatabang sa mga tao nga nanginahanglan. Para example, di ba, kadalasan karon ang mga taxes ay ginagamit nila sa kuan ka ng scholarship, sa mga nabagyuhan, sa libreng pagkamutan may nana. So, ginagamit nila to mga kwarta, itong mga taxes na urban, itong mga example. Aron, matabangan nila to mga tao nga nagkinahanglan yun. So, ang nag-decide ato mga butang nga kay or ang nagpalihok atong kwarta kay agto sa government. So, mo nang dinagko, kibali dinagko yung gidala. So, example na sa macroeconomics po kaya itong sa pandemic lagi. Nga, ang main utok jud ka na. Nag-decide jud kung unsay buhatan about atong na problem. Okay, ang government jud mo, uban nga katong mga mayors, mga governor kay nag-agad ra po sila sa desisyon sa president. So, or katong naa sa kataas-taasan sa mga senador na. So, So next is the microeconomic sense. So transportation involves relations between firms and individual consumers. The demand for and supply of transportation for both passengers and freight, transportation pricing, and the reasons why the transportation system is both regulated and deregulated are among its concern. So kani siya po ang microeconomic. Di ba kung ang macroeconomics kay about na siya sa itong dinagko katong pang national, pang regional yan na. Kani pong microeconomic is for individual businesses na yung mga business, mga company. So sa mga ginagmay sab ni siya. Kunyari na yung mga business na nakadepende sa demand. For example, kanang na ay nagtinda dito, kunyari, ay nagtinda isda. Ako po, nagtinda po kong isda. Tapos, pareha may isda nga, ibaligya. Dayon, nakita man mo, daghan may namaligya na isda. Tapos nakita man mo, wala kay tao, maka-afford. So, to nga, sabot-sabot na din sila, pagamihan na mo ni nga price kay para ma-afford rin sa uban. Dapat pagamihan pa sa uban. Basta ka na sabot-sabot ito nga sa individual lang, tapos ka na sa mga company lang. So, hinaot namin gets. So, transportation's role in strengthening the economy. Transportation facilitates communication and commerce. Alexander Hamilton, Secretary of the Treasury in the 1790s, believed that internal improvements were necessary for the nation's economic growth. The word infrastructure is used to describe all the facilities that an economy has in place, including its transportation network of roadways, railroad tracks, and ports, as well as the vehicles and vessels to use them. An adequate infrastructure is a prerequisite to economic development. Transportation and communications are important in developing and strengthening social, political, and commercial cities. These ties must be developed before trade can be handled on a regular basis. So transportation also is necessary for goods to reach markets in exchange for other So importante daw kayo ang rules sa transportation para ma-strengthen ang economy. Kay, di ba, labi na karon sa pandemic, gamit ka ang transportation, labi na nga, online repriminte ang transactions at mga pagpalit-palit. Ayan. Kanpod, ka na magbiyahe-biyahe. Confident ang transportation free, labi na kunyari, lagi kay online man ang transaction, ay online o napayugan niya ka na online shopping may na tapos ang dito nila is napasalain napasalain region region sa Philippines. So magamit siya sila na og mga kanang barko para papadala o aeroplano ba kahain. So yeah, then one was sa communication pod, aron bitaw nga every time na ay sa kuna kay aware ang mga government or individuals kung sa ilang buhat, kung sa ilang paggamitan niya ng sakyan aron i-deliver ning mga goods o kailangan sa mga tao nga nagkinahanglan. For example, kung kunyari nagkabaha, di ang gamitan ay kunyari kanang na ay nalinugan din na nahitabo nga kanang nagulpa ang dalan. So dili dyan nato magamit ang mga sakyanan nga panglupaan ni. So either mangita sila kanang port ang pwede paghatdan sa mga goods or magayat baka sila aeroplano aron ma-deliver itong mga goods. At di mangita din sila asa ba sila pwede mo landin sa inuna. So inana ka-importante ang transportation na binanato mga tao nga halos everyday sa atong kinabuhi kay parte na jud ang transportation. Transportation economy. And sasabihin siya, okay, matutag iskilahan, magsakay. Matutag merkado, magsakay. Sa pagmaasat ang mga ito, magsakay. Ano na. And nakapadako po siya sa economy. Dili lang kaya kinandako ang plite, dako ang gas. But then, nakatawang po siya kaya katulagay sa akong ingon nga. Karon, every lihok na to is involved na ang transportation. Kaya lihok tanan butang is naglihok from one place to another. Dili pa dyan lihok nga iya-iya. Galihok, isa pa, nagkinahanglan ng tawhana, aning butanga. So, kaning butanga, dapat ihatay ito tawhana. Pinagi sa kapanalay. Sayang. So, yun na ang kasabot. So, mara na siya discussion about this topic. Thank you. And God bless. So, yeah.